Hi guys, welcome to Guyset, the guy's guide to what should be talked about. Since you're watching on YouTube, this is a very special place. So a lot is different here. Number one, the video is a terrible, terrible video, and I apologize for that. I didn't realize that the entire video was recorded at our crotch level, so you're getting a very special angle of both of us. Two, the camera died 3 times during the recording, so you will see 3 different breaks, but you didn't miss much. You missed maybe like 30 seconds of conversation. And if you want to fill in that conversation, you can go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts, anywhere listen to podcasts, and get the rest of it. And 3, this is the uncut version. So there are a lot of things in here that aren't in the podcast. Not a ton, but a lot. Or a little, I guess. And you will see the beginning and the end and like the little pieces and stuff that people don't see on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So you're a very special viewer and you get to see a little bit of extra. So thank you for coming to YouTube and welcome to the Guyset channel. And in the future, I'm getting better at this. So future episodes will be better. But for now, this is what you get. Welcome to Guyset. Enjoy the episode. Bye, guys. Okay. All right. I have headphones. It's so bright. It's like a full fucking setup, yeah?
I should have brought my headphones over.
Do you want a pair? I have a second pair.
Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, hold on.
I kind of liked it.
Alright, hold on.
We plug them in, it just breaks the whole thing.
Hold on.
Keep on waiting on the
They're a
world.
little like garbage, though.
That's fine.
I bought them from Best Buy. They were on sale for $9.
Ooh. Let's go.
Is it gonna wreck the whole thing, you think?
Gotta find out. Oh yeah, these are
Can you hear?
trashy.
Can you hear?
Yeah, I hear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do you hear me in one and you in the other?
Wait, I don't hear you.
No.
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay.
I think I'm coming out of both ears in these.
Are you?
Yeah.
I think it's my headphones.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna record now, ready?
Yeah.
Alright, we're going. Hi Luke, welcome to Guyset.
Hey Josh, it's great to be here.
How you doing?
Pretty
Let's
good.
start with a shot,
Yeah,
okay?
sure.
Can you pour them?
Yeah.
So it took us a bit to set this up.
Just a bit, maybe like
An hour.
5 minute.
No, it took a full hour.
Fully out.
That was fully on me.
There, yeah.
I forgot to click record on the podcast.
You were like, why is mic 2 not recording? That's so weird.
It took us way too long. Here's your
And it's
shot.
because we didn't press record for mic 2.
All right, cheers to you being on the podcast.
Yeah, cheers. Happy to be here.
Ugh. Ew. Fuck. Can I chase with them?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Sunday night, by the way. Oh, baby.
Particularly
All right, welcome.
harrowing shot of
Jesus, that was
Tito's. Sorry.
terrible. No, we'll try not to yell. We'll try not to yell, but we may yell.
We're figuring out.
Especially a shot into it. Welcome. I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited to be here. I feel like it's been
It's been a long time
a while
coming.
in the making.
I was like that kind of like hit for no reason. Do you feel
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I was like, can I have my tweet
Oh
back?
yeah, that's yours. Sorry. Okay, but this has been a long time in the making. Episode 19 or 20 or whenever I post this. So welcome to the podcast. I'm thrilled to have you. Can you introduce yourself to people? Tell them how you know me, and yeah, tell them about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, so my name's Luke Lenny. I met Josh, I guess that was freshman fall.
College.
Yes, college.
Yeah.
Lehigh University, go Mountain Hawks.
Hawks.
Yeah, we met through
Trying to like
Sydney.
bang your leg.
Oh, sorry.
Like picks up everything.
Okay.
Through Sydney. Oh, shout out Sydney. She does listen, actually. Shockingly, right?
Hi, Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
Yes. Sydney said we would be great friends and introduced us at some, was that Halloween party maybe?
Probably. That actually sounds library first, and then Halloween. It sounds
Library
like our
first.
love story.
Yeah. A little bit about myself.
Like, give if you want to talk about like work or like give like a little like life update,
Work.
age.
Well, I'm 24.
Okay. I'm 23.
I turned 24 in August.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel like it's a very, like, unimportant year.
24.
Yeah, like...
Let's get into it there, because I don't agree with you.
Okay, well, so I feel like you turn 20,
Okay.
and that's like, whoa, like, I'm no longer a teenager.
Right.
The big 2-0, like, still kind of a weird age, because you can't drink yet.
Right.
Then you turn 20.
You're still drinking.
You're still drinking. Well,
At 20, you're what?
I personally waited till 21 before I had my first sip of alcohol. Hey, Mom.
When was your first sip of alcohol?
I think junior year of high school.
Okay, like a party.
Yeah, it was like a little like house gathering, nothing too crazy. I can tell you about the first time I aggressively got way too drunk.
Blacked out? Yeah, talk about it. And then we'll get back into why you don't think 24 is an important age. Because I really do think it's an important age, and I'd love to talk about that.
Okay. Yeah, not a particularly long story. I had a bunch of people over my house, actually.
Whoa.
My parents were there.
Okay.
It was probably a gathering of 15 or 20 so people.
Okay.
And we were playing drinking games in my basement on my ping pong table.
What drinking game?
Probably Pong.
Okay.
Classic high school. And I decided that while playing Pong, I would just sip have you ever heard of the peppermint Smirnoff?
Yeah.
It's like that rainbow cane. Yeah, so I was just like sipping that like water.
Disgusting. Yeah. It's delicious, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not even a big peppermint guy, but I think this was my junior year of high school, and I just didn't really realize, liquor makes you really drunk.
Right.
So I was drinking that like water, and yeah, basically I don't really remember most of the night, but my friends were taking care of me. My parents were down there.
Oh fuck! I left the air conditioning on. Hold on, keep talking.
Oh,
hold on. That's gonna be so fucking annoying. Hold on.
Yeah.
Happy I realized that.
Sorry, everybody.
Hold on. Pause the story.
Should I keep monologuing? No.
It's so bad.
We can't cut that. We gotta leave that in there.
No, we'll leave that in there.
Very
but
authentic.
we will. We
apologize.
We apologize to the listeners. I hope nobody stopped listening because of that fucking annoying sound. Wow, I'm happy I noticed now instead of 45 minutes.
We are now talking to one person. Everybody else is tuned out. We've lost the rest of the audience.
Luke's mom. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom. Yeah, she's very familiar with this story. Basically, was huddled over the toilet, riding the porcelain bus, as my father would say. And yeah, my friends took care of me. They tucked me into bed.
Aww.
And the next morning, I was deathly hungover, and I had a rec basketball game that I had no intention of going to.
Okay.
But my father decided to teach me a little bit of a lesson, and he said, "No, you're going." And I played a full game of rec basketball. We had no subs.
Holy shit.
I think 2 breaks in the middle of the game to go throw up in the bathroom. And yeah, that was my first...
Why did he make you go?
I think just to...
Teach you a lesson?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just to be like... Because like, I was sitting there eating pancakes in the morning, like, no shot I go to this rec basketball game.
Literally no chance.
And he was like, no.
And
he also told all the other parents in the bleachers like what had happened and that I was so hungover. Yeah, so everybody's laughing at me as I like run off the court. Yeah, go ahead.
My first blackout story, now that we're talking about it, was when I went out to my sister's. I went out. So I was checking the volume. I went out with my sister at her college. She went to Penn, and I went out with her. I was a junior in high school, and I went with all her friends, and I was like. It was a time when I was trying to like lose weight, so I was like, all right, no chasers. No chasers.
Crazy strategy.
And I was adamant on like she had 2 friends like, hey, we have like cranberry juice, we have Sprite. I was like, no. I'm ripping straight Tito's, whatever you bankers, I'll have anything.
You're like, no, hot girl summer. Absolutely not.
Right.
You get that cranberry juice away from me.
Exactly. But I just fucking like, I may have taken like 8 random shots.
Yeah.
And I'm a junior, senior in high school. You're probably senior.
That'll knock you right out.
And I remember being at my sister's boyfriend, who she's still dating now. Shout out Jake. My sister's boyfriend.
Jake. I met Jake.
You met Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Jake. He's probably never listened to an episode of this. But I remember being huddled over a trash can in his frat house and thinking that it was like the coolest night of my life.
In between throw-ups, I am so cool.
And then we went to a pizza place, and I knocked over water. I spilled everything.
Shocker.
Not a shocker. Spilled shit everywhere. I Ubered to my brother's house in his apartment in Philly and threw up all over the bushes outside of his apartment.
Good.
Yeah, it was such a night. Yeah. But let's go back to what you said about being 24. Because I felt the same way about being 23, and like that it's
your Jordan year.
Right, but like, is that real?
No, you're right. 23, I think, is kind of the same way.
But it's like they're both like insignificant, but I think they're more significant than like 22, 21. And I can talk about why, and I want to hear why you think they're not first.
Well, okay. Life-wise, I would agree.
Okay.
I feel like you take much more substantial steps in your life turning 23 and 24.
Right.
Yeah. Like, turning 20 to 21...
You're like still in college, you're still in piece of shit.
Like, it feels like a big birthday, like, oh, I'm 21. But, like, when you really think about it, in reality, nothing changed.
Right, exactly.
Like, you were drinking before,
right.
and you drank after. So I do understand what you're saying. Like, life-wise, I would agree. I think the amount of growth I've done from 23 to 24 is more substantial.
Okay.
I feel like most people would agree with that.
Let's start there, because this was
Okay.
kind of like one of the things I wanted to talk about on the podcast in general.
Mhm.
And let's just pass that guy around.
Okay, yeah.
We're sipping a Twee in the meantime. I'll have to cover the label for YouTube.
But if Twee wants to sponsor us...
If Twee wants to sponsor us,
that would be...
that'd be amazing.
We're sipping half and half Twee, by the way.
Right. Thank you. Cheers to you
Cheers.
guys. So, like, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, like, life after college.
Okay.
And how things have changed and shifted, because it's such a drastic shift from being in college. Like, we did what we're doing right now all the time in college. We just, like, sat around on couches, drinking, hanging out, like, basically every single day of the year, like, no stop. And now it's like we go to a job 9 to 5. We figure out time to work out. We're going on dates. We're like, it's just a very different lifestyle. So how has that been? How's that change been for you?
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing, like, post grad that you kind of fall into or realize is, like, how important routine is.
It's a really good tip.
Like, I mean, it's one of my favorite parts. I think one of my favorite parts about college is, I mean, you're just asking for that to spill.
Right, that's
just
dumb. No,
so
that's
everybody knows, Josh just set the Twee on the couch.
That's
It's
stupid.
gonna
That's
spill all
stupid.
over.
Okay.
Sorry. No, you're good. But, like, in college, like, I feel like one of the best parts is that there is no routine.
Right.
Like, there's a couple things you do every week or whatever, but it's kind of just like, what's going on this week?
Right,
like, you kind of embrace the chaos, and then you got to study in there and pass some tests and whatever it is.
Which, like, we definitely underestimate. Like, studying and shit, like, the tests and exams and everything, like, that was a fuckload of work.
Yeah, it was a grind.
But, like, it's overshadowed by the amount of fun and the amount of hangout time we had, for sure.
Yeah, and I think, like, I'm curious what you think.
Yeah.
There's no way I did 40 hours worth of work a week in
No,
college.
no.
Like, compared to now, because that's what I mean, routine. Like,
That's a
you're
good
working for so much of the week post-grad. Like, and even if, you know, you have a slow week or whatever, maybe you're not working 40 hours, but, like, yeah, that's, like, a huge distinction there. As hard as exams were, like, you had a lot of free time still. Whereas now, if you're working 8 hours a day, like, the time before work, the time after work, you kind of have to be really specific with how you spend that, because there's not that much of it during the week.
That's a really, really good point. I want to talk about the time before work and after work for you after this.
Okay.
But, yeah, to answer your question, I think there were times in college where I spent, like, a lot of time studying, but I also had, like, really bad test anxiety in college and in high school.
Okay.
So for tests and exams, like, I studied way too much and was like, and that, like, looking back now, I'm like, damn, like, I know I could have studied better and in much less time, but, like, in the moment, that was all I could do and knew how to do.
Yeah.
So there were times, definitely not 40 hours. So you're definitely working more now.
Yeah.
But there were times where I was studying a shit ton. But, like, still, I think the amount of hangout time I had overshadowed it. And I didn't, exactly what you said, like, I didn't have that routine where I was, like, trying to go to the gym, trying to go on dates, like, trying to, like, make time for myself, do laundry. Like, it didn't matter.
No, yeah, you just kind of found random pockets.
Right.
You're like, holy shit, I'm out of underwear.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I, like, counted down the days until I, like, had to do, like, socks and underwear, and then I was like, oh shit, I haven't washed my sheets in, like, weeks. I was like, it's time. So, like, it was a very different lifestyle. Now I feel like everyone tries to be a bit more of an adult. So, going back to what you said about, like, the time before and after work, how do you spend that?
Okay, so...
That was a good transition.
Yeah, before work, I guess it depends.
Run us through, like, a day. So, like, if you're getting up at work, at what time?
Well, also, for context,
Yeah.
I work in tech consulting.
Congrats.
Thank you. So I have 2 different types of daily schedules.
Okay.
Type 1 is virtual, working from home.
Okay.
So
What days is that usually?
That is normally Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Okay. For me, it's Monday, Friday.
Or maybe Monday, Tuesday, Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of just depends with like what's going on in the office, and that's like assuming I'm not traveling for
Right.
that week.
Right.
Because when I'm traveling, then my routine gets all.
We'll get into that.
Yeah,
We'll
it
get
gets
into
all
that.
messed up. But so when I'm virtual, I basically just get an extra hour and 20-ish of sleep.
Okay.
I'll wake up probably 6:50, and I go to the gym. Shout out Temple Ave.
6:50 is early.
It's
And it's probably
it's pretty
normal
early.
for most,
I mean,
right?
but again, when you're in the routine, if you go to bed at 10:30, 6:50 is not that early.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Are you usually going to bed at 10:30? Do you think?
I try to. I mean, especially for my other day, when I go into the office, I have to get up a lot earlier. Then I really make an effort to go to bed early because, I don't know, I feel like when I wake up, I can immediately tell if I didn't get enough sleep.
Right.
And it kind of just throws me out of whack.
That's another one of the biggest transitions from college to now.
Yeah.
Is sleep didn't matter in college. Like,
No.
if I had a class at like 12, I could sleep till like 11.
Yeah.
But now it's like I have to be up
Yeah.
and working by like 9 tops, like
Yeah.
latest. So I need to be up and out. by
And I've
now.
also had conversations with some of our friends about this too. Like, if you had a noon class, you could sleep till 11:20, and then like when you got to class, depending on what class it was, there's a lot of potential that you could just turn your brain off.
Right.
When you're like, you might just be like mindlessly taking notes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Like, there's no like financial repercussions for you not paying it. Well, besides the money your parents are wasting if you're just straight up not paying attention. But
Which we don't have to get into right now.
no, I don't think we can get into that at all. But, yeah,
But
like,
anyway.
it's way more of a like when you're working, like you've got people depending on work you're doing.
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's just a lot different.
Totally.
But back to the routine.
Yeah.
So virtual day, get up. What did I say? Like 6:50ish. And then I still go to the gym by my old apartment in East Village
Okay.
because I got grandfathered into a rate that's
Sweet.
like locked.
So what do you pay for the gym?
So I used to pay $105. I recently just upgraded to all gym access.
Okay.
Because there's one right outside my office that makes my in-person days, which we'll get into, a lot easier.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it gives me a little bit more sleep. But yeah, I'll go to the gym. I normally give myself like 10 minutes to like get out of bed, get my like gym clothes on, pack my bag. And honestly, most of the time I have all that stuff all packed already.
Do you pull all your clothes and stuff
I'm
before?
like pretty good on that.
Me too,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
that's-
I think that, especially because the way I look at it is the more you do that stuff before you go to bed, the more sleep you get.
I totally agree.
You
And that's
know?
like it's a tip I gave earlier was like pulling out my clothes at night has actually changed my life.
Yeah.
Because in the morning, if I don't, like I have to spend so much time going through finding an outfit. It's
Yeah.
not gonna look good. Like I don't, you know what I mean? But
It
like,
takes way longer too because you're like
Right.
groggy and
I feel like shit. Yeah, exactly. So okay, so you're at the gym.
yeah. I bike down there.
You bike down there.
Yeah.
So
Which is a nice wake up in the morning now.
it's great.
Yeah.
So let's say you get to the gym at what time?
I'm supposed to get there at 7:15. My workout buddy, our friend Luca, would probably say I get there closer to 7:25.
Okay, and then you're out of the gym by.
Probably 8:40.
Okay, wait. Actually, let's go back. For someone that doesn't know what to do at the gym, what are you doing at the gym? Like, where did you start?
My gym.
Routine. Like, what do you do at the gym?
Ooh. I have 4 days that I rotate between.
And are you like set on this routine? It's like
Pretty much.
Okay,
I've
cool.
been doing it for a year and I guess almost 2 years now.
okay, great. That's exactly what I want to hear because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't have. I don't have a routine personally that I like
Yeah.
strictly follow. So I want to hear yours.
Okay. Yeah, so I do twice a week I will do leggies.
Okay.
Leggy day.
Run me through a normal week. So tomorrow's Monday. What's tomorrow? What's Tuesday?
Well,
what's
it's
Wednesday?
funny you ask that because I've been trying. I mean, not
That's fine.
ruin that. Yeah.
You're good.
I've been trying to like get that by day. Like I have 6. I'll try and do 6 workouts a week, but the actual days I do them on have changed a lot.
Okay.
But I was just talking to, again, I go to the gym with our friend Luca, and I was telling him we should probably just get on like a day schedule. So if one of us misses a day, we're still in sync.
Yeah.
But I'll do, so like tomorrow, I think I would do chest tomorrow on Monday.
What does that look like actually in the workout? When you say chest, like
that would be, we do 2 chest days a week.
Okay.
The first one is like heavier weight and then less reps.
Okay.
So, and that's pretty much just talking about like a bench press.
Cool.
So we'll do like a couple warm-up sets. We'll do 5 sets of 5 reps at like pretty much the heaviest weight you can do for 5 reps. And then a couple warm down sets. And then we'll do some incline chest press with dumbbells. We'll do some like cable flies.
Yeah. No, this is good. Like I feel like for somebody that has no idea what they want to do at the gym, like this is great.
Yeah, and then we'll do a close grip bench press. So that's like your hands are really close together, and that's all your triceps.
Okay.
So chest and triceps, those normally go together. And then we'll do some pull downs with the rope. You know, the 2 ropes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
cool.
normally what we'll do for chest.
Okay, and then run me through like what you do on like a leg.
So leg days we'll do
like squats and like
I did leg day yesterday, and we do 9 sets of squats, which is kind of extra. Like that's kind of a lot. But 2 of those are kind of warm up and then 5 like heavier. Again, just trying to do like 5 or 6 reps, and then a couple warm down. Then we'll do leg press, which is always wild because I feel like it's just so jarring to see how much weight your legs can move.
Yeah.
You don't really realize how freaking strong your legs are until you do something like leg press.
Jalen Hurts leg press is 600 pounds.
Like that's
or squats 600 pounds.
Yeah, that's even crazier. I bet you he leg presses I'll squat, I don't know, 245 pounds. Leg press is like 460.
Yeah, it's fucking
So
nuts.
Jalen Hurts probably leg presses like
900 pounds.
Yeah, close to 1,000 pounds.
Which is insane.
Yeah. So we'll do that, which is just that's just exhausting. And then after that, we do Bulgarian split squats, which are like the actual worst thing ever.
What?
Yeah. So basically, you put one leg up on like, say it's like on this couch here.
Okay.
And then you kind of like squat down on like the other leg here.
Ow.
And you're holding a weight in your other. Yeah, it's awful. It's
no.
extremely painful.
I'm out on that one.
And
Okay.
then, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll do like after that. We'll just do like hamstring curls just to get the hamstrings, and then like calf raises.
Okay, this is great.
Calves. Yeah.
Okay, so we've gone through like 2 days of the gym. So if you are starting to go to the gym and have no idea what to do, maybe do a couple of those workouts. Do you shower at the gym?
For my virtual day, no.
Okay, let's do a day when you are
Yeah.
at going to work.
Going to the office?
Yeah.
Okay, so if I'm going to the office, I'm actually going to take the subway basically to work. There's a temple right outside my office.
Okay.
So I do that at like 6.
Okay.
Which is really nice because I avoid the crowded, awful subway.
Yeah.
Which has been so nice. And then I shower there after I'm done working out, and the showers there are like fire hose. Like, it's the water pressure is unreal. It's so nice. And then I just get changed for work, and my office is a 30-second walk from there.
Yeah, showering at the gym has like been something that's just like changed my day.
Yeah.
Because if I had to come back home and then you tangled.
I don't know, am I? Oh no, it's just my headset. I'm good.
Well, it's good. I had a sniffle anyway. Okay. So showering at the gym is for me has like, if I had to come back here and then go to work after, like I'd be so late.
Yeah.
So if you can and this is, I recommended in a previous episode about going to the gym, like about splurging on a gym if you're going to work after, and if you're going somewhere like you're not going to want to go to, or like you're not going to want to shower at, or just like be there, like it's not worth it for a work day. Like that's another big difference of college and real life is that like that shit matters now.
Yeah. Hell, I would go to classes. This is so gross. I would go to class like after the gym at college, like no shower. Just...
I like would too sometimes. That's just like so gross. Like we're disgusting.
Yeah. No, gyms with nice facilities, especially if you're gonna go before work, Totally worth it.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so we actually gone over a couple of the questions I had through talking about your work day.
Perfect.
How is your job going?
It's good. I don't know.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. I go back and forth on my job.
Okay.
So I work in tech consulting. I just finished up a 4-month stint of travel every week, which was like the most obnoxious thing I've ever done.
Talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about like traveling for work. I only traveled
Yeah.
once for work and I hated it. And I want to hear about, you traveled every week, literally from June to like August now, October, you weren't here.
Yeah. I was gone Monday to Thursday every week for 4 months.
So talk about that for somebody that like wants, for somebody listening to this like wants to go into consulting or is in consulting and is in like a similar position to you. Talk about your thoughts on your experience.
Yeah. So like traditionally, that's what consultants did. Like
Every week.
Pre-COVID, that's what consultants did.
And you were interested in that pre-COVID because we talked about this.
Yes.
And you were applying for this
Yes.
pre-COVID.
Correct.
Okay, so you wanted to do this.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought that sounded really cool.
Okay.
And
Which most people probably do.
Yeah, you're like, oh, travel for work. That's
Yeah.
awesome. And I carried that mindset until, or through that project when I started. I found out I was going to be able to travel for it, and I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Because that doesn't happen that much in consulting now. It's a lot more virtual work, because
Right.
every time you travel, the consulting firm doesn't pay for that. The client you're working for pays for that.
Got it.
So it makes the project more expensive.
Okay.
And consultants are already really expensive.
Right. To tell you what to do.
Yeah. So I was super excited to travel, and I probably enjoyed it for 3 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you did love it at the beginning.
I liked it. It's
Okay.
cool. It's cool to like go somewhere, like you pack up a bag and you get to meet the client in person, which is really cool.
Right.
Because you actually get to see the people that like your work is impacting.
Which is cool.
Which is cool. It was cool. But just mentally, it is quite exhausting. And I will say, normally, you travel with your whole team.
Okay.
And my team was my favorite part of the project I was on. I really liked everybody on my team. It was a very difficult client, like difficult to work with at times.
Yeah.
And so we kind of trauma bonded.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's always
Like,
good.
I won't even lie, we use Slack
Yeah, so do
to
I.
communicate, and the Slack group chat with like it's like the younger kids on the project, like below manager, so it's like senior consultants, experienced consultants, and consultants,
Okay.
all in one chat. And like I think I messaged in that just as much as our like college chat.
Oh,
while I
yeah?
was on- yeah. Like,
Wow, okay.
Yeah. Work and non-work related.
Right. So, I mean, you guys had to have become friends.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I would say I'm friends with all of them.
Yeah.
But we never traveled together.
Which
because,
sucks.
Yeah, because the client we were working for had a bunch of sites all over the place.
Okay.
So we got spread out. So that part really, like traveling by yourself
It must be
every
miserable.
week, yeah, it was like not that fun.
What tips do you have for somebody that is traveling alone or is going into a career that they will be traveling alone a lot?
I feel like it's not that common to travel alone.
Okay, someone that is going to travel at some point on their own.
For work?
For work. I traveled on my own for like, and if you don't have any tips, we can just cut that question.
No, I mean, I think that a lot of what I tried to do traveling alone was just be very like efficient with my day.
Okay.
Like, get up an hour, like, and this is maybe a lot, but like, I would get up an hour earlier than I was supposed to, and like, get to the client office an hour earlier than I was supposed to.
Right.
Like, get my day going earlier, really make an impact, and then come home, make sure I got enough sleep, like, maybe go out, try a restaurant in a new city. But if you're traveling by yourself, there's not a lot you can do, like, after work.
Yeah.
So I was just very, like, I got a lot of sleep
Okay.
when I was doing that, and like made sure that I like felt equipped to handle the day.
That's nice.
Yeah, but it was also like kind of boring.
Okay, we'll go to the next one. We'll go to the next
Yeah.
question. we'll move on. There's not too much extra to say there.
Yeah.
Okay, so are we done with anything else with work? Oh wait, no, actually let's talk about like interviews. Do you have any interview advice for somebody that's starting to interview or applying, even like applying for jobs, like how to reach out to people?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Well, reaching out to people. So I think if you're in college and you're looking to like find a job, use your school's resources.
Cool.
Those are, because all these companies target schools. Like they have target schools that they're going to. They're preparing, like whether it's like presentations or whatever.
Yeah.
So your school's gonna know about the opportunities that are there. Like being on the other side of recruiting has made me realize that. Like it's all very like pointed and targeted.
School targeted.
Yeah. So use your school's resources. As far as like interviews, I've always said that the best interviews I've had have just felt like conversations with, maybe not a friend, but like someone you just met, like a normal conversation.
So how would you recommend somebody does that? Like how do you get to a place in the interview where it's like conversational? Because interviews can be such like a nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I was gonna say the first thing you have to get over is like the nerves.
Yeah.
Which the only way you do that is to do a lot of them.
Right.
To be honest, like you just have to practice. I did an interview for into really. I think I didn't think I needed practice, which is crazy.
So how do you
the interview didn't go well. Like I was super nervous,
right?
And I just like wasn't able to highlight what I'm good at or what my skills were. Like I was too nervous to highlight any of that.
So how did you recommend somebody gets to a place where they are not? So I have my tips and I want to hear yours too. But like, get to a place where you're not nervous.
Yeah.
And get to a place where you feel prepared enough about like your own skills and your own, whatever. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I lost my train of thought as I was talking.
I think getting over nerves, I think breathing is really important.
Good one.
Like if you ever feel, even in the middle of the interview, honestly, like if someone asks you a question and maybe like something immediately doesn't pop in your head, like take a second, like take a deep breath.
Yeah.
Because
it's a really good piece of advice.
Yeah, like there's no rush. They're not timing your response time.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like you're allowed to think about it for a second.
Yeah, if you're like, that's a really good question, and like take a step back and be like,
and then kind of rack through. And I think it kind of goes through your other question there too, which is like you're knowing your skills. Like I think going into an interview with almost like a visual of your resume in your head.
That's a great one
to like check things off. Because, for example, hire views.
Which is?
Like the pre-recorded interviews, yeah. For the audience that doesn't know, it's like you get asked a question and then like your computer counts down and starts recording you.
I did one of them because most of the jobs I had were really like it matters like your personality like so I did one hire view.
My job's personality did not matter at all.
That's not what I meant. Fuck. No. But in the hire view, like it's like a big red button. It's like 3, 2, 1, and I'm like, hello, I'm John, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, you like messed it up.
I messed it up, and you get one more chance, right? You get 2 chances. And the second chance, I like said something wrong, and I was like, oh, was it anyway? And like that's the one I had to submit, and like that sucks.
They're tough.
But like in an interview, if you flub, like you'd be like, oh shoot, I'm sorry, and then just like you can make it more conversational, and you can be chill about it.
Yeah.
But going back to what you said, breathing is really good one.
Yeah, but that mental checklist of your resume, I think is huge for those hire view questions. I would always tell people, and it applies to interviews too. Like if you get asked a question, especially in a hire view where you're like, ooh, like that's kind of niche, or like I'm not entirely sure. Find something on your visual, like in your head, on your resume that like kind of relates,
kind of fits.
Talk about that. Like talk about your actual resume piece. Like highlight something really good you did,
right?
And then kind of like half loop it back into the question at the end.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's a really good piece of advice.
Because at the end of the day, in an interview or a hire view, they're just trying to like learn about you. They're like, what are you good at? Like that's the most important part. It's not like actually, they're not super pressed that you answer these very specific questions. You know, they're trying to get a story out of you or just like something about who you are as an individual and what you would bring to the company. So I think that that's really important to keep in mind.
Great advice.
Yeah.
My other add to preparing for an interview is I pick like a hype song. Like I always do this. Mm-hmm. Recently, this is really embarrassing, but recently it's been Out of the Woods by Taylor Swift.
Wow.
It's so it works. And it's just like a hype up song, and I'll listen to it and just like jump around and like get the
adrenaline going a little bit. Yeah.
And I'll like do it before like podcasts, and I'll like not always that song. I'm not like but like I'll pick like a hype up song that like is working for me at that moment, and just like get into it.
Yeah.
That's a really good piece of advice.
No, yeah,
or like a really good thing that I do a lot.
I feel like that's like whether it's like working out or like going for a run, like There's I don't know the science, I'm not going to quote it, but there's science behind the fact, I mean, we've all felt it. Like a hype song comes on and all of a sudden your legs don't hurt as much as they did before. Like that's a real thing. So I think that's...
I gave a big presentation at work and I literally went to the bathroom stall, which is like actually like bump. Oh, our bathrooms are like a full room. It's not like you can see my like legs, but like I was like...
Someone sees you jumping up and down.
I can't believe I'm admitting this. No, literally. But I'm like bumping out of the woods, and like then I finished the song. I was like, okay, I'm good to go. Like that's what works for me.
Yeah.
Okay, so anything else on interviews or like preparing for jobs or for like applying for other jobs or anything?
Me?
Yeah.
What I'm applying for?
Or like you would recommend to somebody that is applying, like LinkedIn or connections?
I never
or
really did any of that, to be honest.
Okay.
I got a lot of my stuff through, like I said, through school.
Okay. How about like now? What about if you were to try and like switch jobs now? How would you go about it?
What would I do?
Yeah. What websites would you use?
Definitely utilize my network.
Okay.
I mean, I'd look on LinkedIn to see if I knew what I wanted to do next. Do I know anybody that works there?
Yeah.
Personally. Like, that's always the best, I feel like.
Or know someone that knows someone.
That's the next level.
Yeah. Friend of a friend.
Yeah. And I think just kind of gauge, like, the day-to-day of the job outside of somebody in recruiting.
Right.
You know? Like, it's putting on a facade of what the company is. Like, talk to somebody who actually works there.
Right.
I think that would probably be the first thing I did. Yeah. Other than that, not much.
Okay.
I'm like I'm not searching yet.
No,
I probably will be soon though.
Yeah, but like, even I'm not like, even if you aren't, like, what you'd recommend for somebody that's our age now, because after college it's a different search now.
Yeah.
Like you already have something under your belt.
When I do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe we'll do a little like.
Or maybe I'll just have. Maybe I'm 6 months into unemployment. Absolutely no advice.
We'll do it. Maybe we'll do like a half episode part 2.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next section of the podcast.
Oh God.
Here we go.
Take a swig of my twisted tea.
Take a big sip, Luke, because we're going into it, and I want to talk about dating because. If you listen to the last couple of episodes, we've talked a lot about dating, and my one friend, we already talked about him, he's his workout, but I actually want to ask you, I meant to ask this a while ago, about working out with somebody. Does that work for you? Like having like an accountability partner?
So, sorry, Luca, I'm the accountable partner.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's he? Oh, like a waste of space in that respect?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
No. I like working out with somebody.
Okay.
I think it just makes it, it's more fun.
Right.
Yeah, like you can push each other. Accountability-wise, as far as getting there, I think he'll agree with me that I'm more consistent in going than he is.
Okay.
Like there's pretty much nothing. It's like mandatory for me to start my day. It's just how I wake up in the morning.
Same with me. Yeah. It's become like, after college. It's become like a part of my routine. Right?
Correct. Yeah. And even on Saturday, I feel like he always bails on me on Saturday. Like
I never work on Saturday.
Yeah, that's how I get rid of my hangover. I just sweat it out.
That's insane.
But
okay.
Yes.
Cool.
I like going to the gym with a partner.
I meant to add that in. Okay, so the dating section.
Okay.
I want to talk to you about your dating life.
Okay.
Your advice for everybody on dating.
Okay.
Hinge. We're getting into all of it.
Okay.
Because if you listen to the podcast, the last couple episodes I've talked about dating, and like there was one episode that I'm still currently trying to make up for that I've gotten a lot of feedback on. Everyone was like, that was the worst episode you've ever done. And there's an episode called How to Talk to Girls at a Bar. And this is going to be my last part of the redemption tour here on this topic, because I want to ask you.
Okay.
So how do you talk to girls at a bar, and what advice do you have? Because my advice was I was like, just fucking do it. And like that, like
yeah. I mean, here's the thing. I feel like there's no like easy one sentence solution on that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
That's why Luke, we're on a podcast.
So
we can have a full conversation about it.
Yes. So I think that the easiest way to talk to girls at a bar is to be doing your own thing at a bar with your friends or whatever. Especially if it's like a dancey bar. Like the majority of people that I've met at bars have come up to me and said like, you just look like you're having a fucking blast. Right
yeah,
now.
Wow.
You know, like, hang out with your friends, like, enjoy yourself. Like, don't think about it.
Right.
Because a lot of times, it will kind of come to you from that. At least in my experience. Because I don't have, like,
moves.
Lines. Yeah, I don't, I'd say 99% of the time, it's not really me.
And I would say when I start thinking about it, then I get heady, and then I'm like, all right, nothing's gonna work.
That's the worst. Because I've been in that space too, where you're like overthinking it, and it's like, and that's why I think that the better way is just like go into the night saying, I'm gonna hang out with my friends,
right?
Gonna have a couple drinks, and just kind of see where it goes.
See what happens there. Yeah. Okay, what other ways do you recommend for meeting girls in the city outside of at a bar, or meeting somebody in the city?
I think concerts.
Okay.
I'm biased. I just met somebody at a concert 2 days ago.
Okay.
But I think that if you're going to a concert, like you paid money to go see somebody,
right?
Chances are the other people at that concert are kind of on the same wavelength as you.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like if they're gonna spend their money to go see this person perform too,
right?
Like, you're kind of in a similar space there. I feel like that's like a good. Because then there's also a lot of like, oh, like how do you know so and so? Like have you seen them before? Like
favorite songs?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So I think concerts, and especially because I think that there's a pretty big sense of community at concerts.
Okay.
Like I feel like you kind of feel like you're all in it together when you're at a concert. Like, oh my god, like this song, you know,
right.
You can all kind of rally behind that. So I think concerts. I think that's a good one. I mean, Hinge, yeah. Like
let's you brought it up, not me.
Hinge,
not me. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
I don't know.
Okay. How do you set up your profile?
Okay.
And what do you like know your prompts, and can we go through your profile? Right here, right now.
Yeah, we can go through my profile. We can pull it up.
Okay, great.
I'll take my phone off airplane
This was none of these questions, by the way. Have Luke hasn't seen any of these.
I've had no exposure to these questions.
Yeah, this is all off the fly. I was gonna show you some of them, but then we couldn't figure out how to set it up.
I honestly like not knowing.
Okay, good, because you don't.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Let's go through it. Start with like the first picture.
First picture is me in a cow onesie eating 7th Street burger.
Okay, can you shut the camera?
Oh, the camera's going.
The camera's going. And this is, if you want to watch on YouTube, you'll see it on YouTube. Okay, so there's the first picture. The first picture.
First picture.
Okay. First prompt. Let's go through it.
First prompt. Pick the best one. It's a poll.
Okay, well what are the options?
Paddington 2.
Okay.
Paddington 2. Paddington 2.
And is that, people respond to that?
People do respond to that.
Okay.
Oh, fun game.
Okay.
At the end of me showing my profile, you have to pick which one gets the most likes.
Of all the stuff?
All the stuff.
Great
There's
idea.
one
so fun.
by 1 million that gets the most likes.
Okay.
Okay.
And you're good with this, by the way, showing your profile.
Yeah.
This is no pressure.
No.
He's not being pressured. Okay.
I'm being held. So yeah, I mean, I guess.
Okay,
we've kind of established the vibe. It's just silly.
Yeah, it's like
that's my it's right. It's just dumb. It's not taking itself seriously at all.
Which by the way is different from different than I've seen from a lot of people. Like
yeah, well, because I will say I've been told that my eyelashes look great in this photo.
Okay,
so I'm picking flattering photos. So,
right.
You know, and everybody.
I took that photo, by the way.
Oh, you did. That's right. That was a fun day.
That was a great day.
That was a fun day. And everybody's putting their best foot forward.
Right.
On Instagram, on anything
you're showing, you're presenting yourself to the world.
Yeah.
You want to show yourself looking good.
Yeah. Like, except my Instagram, I didn't.
Well, it's like a defunct page. Like
it's true.
You're not even
archived.
Active. Right.
Yeah.
Get archived. Just listen to that last episode.
Yeah. Guyset Toolkit. Okay. Next prompt. A random fact I love is that Alaska is not an island, despite how it looks on a map of the United States.
That can't get any responses.
It gets a couple. It's not that many. You don't like that one?
I think that's boring.
That's actually true. I thought that Alaska was an island.
No, I'm thrilled that it's true. Like I'm happy that you didn't put like a fake fact on your page.
Asking me for
no, I'm sorry. I'm not judging. It's a great fact. It's really funny, and I'm sure a lot of people answer it and love it.
Here we go. Age 24.
Okay.
That's accurate.
Okay.
I'm not catfishing people. Height 5'9".
Oh wait, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Let's talk about height.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
5'9".
Let's get into height.
Yeah. So I undershoot it. I'm not 5'9".
You're 5'10". Yeah?
I think I'm 5'10". Yeah.
Why do you undershoot it?
Okay.
Because I overshoot it.
Yeah. I undershoot it. I think that first of all,
First of all.
The last thing I would ever want is for someone to show up to a date with me and be like, oh man, I thought he was going to be taller.
Yeah, that would fucking suck.
Like, the first thing that goes through her head is like, ooh, he's shorter than I thought he'd be.
That's not good.
That's not good.
Not a good start.
Now imagine the flip side. Oh my god, he's kind of taller.
Oh, okay.
No, honestly, I think I just...
No, there is some thought there.
There's a little bit of thought
I will say I went on a date
yeah.
with a girl that she had 5'8" on her profile, and I was like, that's tall. So I'm 5'9" 3/4.
I think we're about the same height.
I think we are, and I put 5'10" on my profile, and one of the prompts is, what if I told you I'm actually 5'9" 3/4?
That's so quirky and original.
So quirky and original. No, people like that when it's funny.
Okay.
But I went on the date with this girl she said she was 5'8". I got the date. She was maybe 6 foot. Like, minimum.
Oh, yeah, wow.
And she was so tall. And I was like, I gave her like a hug, hello, and I was on my tippy toes. Yeah. And I was like, oh, this is a bad start.
It's kind of tough.
It's a tough start.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're at the height. We're at your age. What else do you have there? Do you have religion? Do you have smoke? Do you have drink?
I have none of that.
Okay. You just have height and age.
And I've got where I live, Gramercy Park.
Cool. So cool.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't have a key.
If you know, you know. Next.
For profession, I have CEO at Build-A-Bear Workshop.
Oh, so you don't have your real job at all?
No, I don't have a real job.
Wow. Okay, because I have like marketing at like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. No, that gets a billion comments. People comment on that all the time.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so
yeah. It's meme. It's not.
We're like 5 prompts in it. It's fully a meme.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of a meme. The next is a photo of me and my friend Lily on a boat.
Okay. Is it just the two of you? Can I see?
And our friend Evan. And Dash. Shout out Dash.
Wait,
He's kind of cut off a little bit.
Can you show the picture?
Of this
to
one?
the YouTube?
Yeah. It's us on a boat.
It's a good angle for you.
It's a good angle.
Yeah. But if it was just you and a girl, I don't think you would have put that, right?
Probably not.
Right, okay.
I don't think too much into it, to be honest.
Okay.
But I would agree.
I do.
Just me and a girl, that could be come off a little weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a funny night.
That's a funny night.
Yeah.
But we have to talk about it.
Show.
It's a picture of Luke wearing a leopard coat at Ray's Bar in New York City.
The hidden room.
It's like
a private
the basement,
room.
yeah.
Yeah. O-Rod was there.
Olivia Rodrigo was there.
Shout out O-Rod.
Shout out. Imagine if she heard
I did
this.
hold up Play Vampire at Diplo this weekend.
Did he play it?
You would have loved it.
I would have loved
no,
that.
he didn't play it.
Okay, next prompt.
This one gets a good amount of likes. I'm looking for my son, comma. Have you seen him?
That's really funny.
Yeah, that one. That's a funny little one. Then it's a photo of me in a white button down and a paisley jacket.
Okay. Showing the YouTube.
What if I told you that I say, quote, hi cows every time I pass a farm while driving? That one gets some likes.
I'm sure. The shit that gets likes on here is things people can
I'm
respond to.
excited to see which one. Yeah.
Right. So
yeah.
if somebody can just like think that that's funny or be
Yeah.
like, well, what if people respond to that?
A lot of people say they do it too.
Okay, so that's a good response one.
Yeah.
Because you want something that people can respond to. That's
Yeah.
like the first tip
Yeah.
here. I think if you haven't given any tips
I would agree,
that's
yeah.
like the first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Felt cute, might delete later.
Cute. Him and a dog.
Me and a dog.
Next.
Stevie, shout out Stevie.
And then the last one.
And the last one is a video of me in Iceland drinking glacier water,
Oh, that's really cool.
showing that I am adventurous.
Outdoors.
There you go, you too.
Granola. Okay, no, but the bottom one's a great one because then people can actually see a little about you because with the dog they see something more about you. They see you're having fun with the suit and this girl in it. They see you're like wild with like the leopard coat. Okay, boat, has fun.
Yeah.
And then they see like the top part, like he's like memeing and he's like not taking himself too seriously,
Yeah.
which is important.
Yeah.
Because my profile, which I'll show in a later episode.
Okay. I'm excited for that episode.
Yeah, that's gonna be a solo Hinge episode.
Oh gosh.
This is a preview to that. Yeah, I'm nervous for that one. But what do you see in there, or like what do people? Okay, I'm supposed to guess. That was a mumble jumble. I'm supposed to guess what people respond to most.
That's true. Which one do you think it's the most?
I think it's the leopard coat.
It's the dog.
It's the dog.
It's the dog.
Okay, so they like wholesome.
By a million. Yeah.
Doesn't that show you anything?
It's a cute photo of me, and then also the dog's really cute too.
So it's a wholesome photo.
Once again, shout out Stevie. Yeah.
But that might help because it's like so much silly, then there's a wholesome one, and they get to okay.
Yeah. I don't know what the logic is, to be honest.
We'll have to get a girl on here.
Yeah.
That can talk to us about it. What
Girl set.
Girl. What do you see on Hinge or on a girl's profile that you see as a red flag, or something that like you're like, nah, X?
I don't know. I feel like there are really basic answers to prompts that I see all the time.
Right, such as like margs and tacos.
Or like, I don't know, like fuck, marry, kill, tequila, vodka, rum. Like,
right.
That's not. I don't know.
Basic answers,
It's
get
just,
the fuck out.
Yeah, it's just kind of boring.
Right.
Um,
So you want things that you can respond to.
yeah, I just want banter.
Okay, so give us an example of like something recent that you've seen on Hinge that like has led to a good conversation.
There was a girl that had a video of her. She was in a bug costume,
Okay.
and I think she was doing a monologue from A Bug's Life.
In the bug costume?
In the bug costume.
Wow.
It was hilarious. And I don't remember exactly what I said, but it was like something along the line of like I love the like chaotic energy of this profile.
That's funny.
And she liked me back immediately, like within like 2 minutes.
And you guys started talking from there?
Yeah.
Did you go on a date?
We haven't yet.
But you're going to?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. The stars have not aligned yet.
Got
It's
it.
been kind of a busy couple weeks.
Okay.
But like we were very much on the same page. Like her profile was a bunch of like
Meme shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that to me is an easy one. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I can tell pretty quickly in a Hinge conversation if like we're gonna get along or not.
How?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to like pinpoint because you know what? I say that, but I've also had really good text conversations with people, and then I meet them in person, and it's a complete nightmare.
Total dud.
Yeah.
Let's talk about that. Thank
A
you
dud?
thank you for transitioning to
Yeah.
my next question.
Okay.
I want to talk about first dates.
First dates. Okay.
And let's start with the good one because let's start with the good. So
Good one.
let's hear about like a recent good first date that you've been on, and that like you've planned.
Okay.